people. Yeah, but to me, yoga is a physical practice which can help you physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Yes, spiritually.
So it's a physical practice with a practice you can call asana, a practice we call it asana.
Okay.
So with an asana which is perfectly calculated.
Okay.
For you to be fine.
Oh wow! Yeah. I know that from my understanding of yoga, because I've picked interest in yoga, because I like the way I'm a life coach, and I like I deal with something that's called mindfulness. So mindfulness has a lot to do with meditation.
Yeah.
So that made me start to pick interest in yoga, because one, I also like to keep fit, and something that makes you keep fit but not so strenuous like other exercises.
Exactly.
So I know that yoga originated from India. I would like to know, how did you get into yoga?
Yeah, first of all, I've been dancing for I think 12 years.
Okay, so you're a dancer as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I made friends at the National Theatre who invited me to a workshop. They were teachers from Nairobi, and these teachers have a very big project in Nairobi. It's called Africa Yoga Project. So they met us, they invited us to their project. They gave us a free scholarship. We got a chance to.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was $2,000 for a month, so they paid for us. After that, we've been doing other courses from them still.
Yes.
So far now I've done 4 certificates, I should say. Yeah, level 1, level 2, another level 1, and level 2, and another one. There's like 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I got to. Then we came here. Still, they helped us a bit. Yeah, so thankful to those people. So after they coached us for like a year. When we are back here.
Yeah.
That's how we're able to start teaching, and it hasn't gone back ever since.
Okay. Have you found it, has it picked up well here in Uganda? Do you have...
For 5 years, ever since we started teaching here, many people are building studios for yoga. I'm seeing very many studios. Whoever person practices it, he doesn't go back to anything else.
I know.
He continues the practice. So people are learning, and it's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing people to practice for their health.
I like how yoga combines stretching, and then it also combines the whole being alert and aware of how your body is responding to certain things.
Yeah.
So then I also like how at first it was mind-baffling how something that is not making you sweat and be too active can make you lose weight, can make you keep fit. So please explain, because I think many people don't get it.
Yeah, actually, that's what people all the time, they expect all the time.
Yeah, a workout that is really...
This brain works more. It can make you sweat more than this body.
I agree. Because once you get tired in the brain, it's a special kind of tired. You get worn out in such a way that you can't explain. That when your brain is worn out, your whole body is gone.
Yes. So this is a practice which starts at the beginning most times. It starts slow, but in the middle it's too hot.
Yeah.
But in the end of it all, at the end of the class, you have to leave the class perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Not tired. And stress-free. So you forget that even I got sweat. You forget it because you live firm, and the body, more especially on the muscles. For us, we go for only awakening the muscles all the time. So stretching, the practice, we make sure you leave the class perfectly with results, because after the class, all the teachers ask you the same thing. Tell me what you think. That's it. The person has to be, yes, positive or negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like when someone, if you're to initiate someone into starting yoga, to benefit from it, would you like tell them that you get a total body workout? Is it going to work you? Is it going to make you lose weight? Is it for weight loss? How would you categorize yoga?
Yeah, that's very important because there's people who don't want to lose weight but want to practice.
Yes.
There are people who want to tone but want to practice.
Okay.
So in yoga, most times, this is what in yoga we don't have a competition in class.
Yes.
And in yoga there is room for you to expand. Like girls or normal people or any other normal person, and extending so much than you can expect.
Yeah.
So someone has a personal goal, you can just see it from the power he's using to strike with the pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always a misconception about yoga whereby people think if you're not flexible, then you can't do yoga because of those poses. They're really, really extensive. The stretches and all. So you see people going into positions like you've just said. It doesn't matter the weight or whatever. And you're thinking, are they even human? So that misconception of thinking, since me, I'm a bit stiff, yoga is not for me. What would you say about that?
I'm going to say one thing because most times people walk or as they just walk.
Yeah.
Just like you find breathing, I've seen someone telling someone to breathe in, and you breathe in, and then you tuck in the stomach. So it's there's no more things. But when it comes to yoga, like getting flexible is not even the pose.
Yes.
Because these are joints. Yeah, we stretch joints.
Yeah.
Joints are meant to rotate.
Yes. Yeah.
So if it's rotating, it's just maybe just don't know how to rotate.
The technique of how to
rotate that bone, but everyone can do yoga.
Is capable of doing it.
It's not a practice for competition. In yoga you can show off.
Yes.
But not competing, because you will do the best pose alone by you.
It's fascinating how even when you think you're the stiffest person on earth, when you're instructed to do it right, with the right instruction, you can actually find yourself in positions you never thought you'd ever do.
That's the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another misconception about yoga is that the spiritual tie between it, where they think you have to, like, okay, I don't know how to say it. You have to be, since it originated from India, you have to believe in Hinduism or do those chants that and sit a certain way. People think that is, I can't do yoga because I'm a Catholic, I'm born again. What's that? You know, they always affiliate that too. Yeah. They don't know when to disconnect the fitness part from that other spiritual part. Yeah. So what can you? The first thing I'm going to say about that, me personally, I teach a different style. Yes.
So before you go for a class, mind the style.
Yes.
And your intention for what you want, because you want to go to a chanting class when you want to lose weight.
Yeah.
So these classes are two different. I'm teaching yoga from USA, power yoga. I've done, then I met Sadhguru. I did meditation with a mystic. Then I've met other teachers, learning from them. So me personally, the yoga I teach is a wellness and a fitness class. Yeah, because wellness and fitness can involve relaxing. Relaxing your mind, relaxing your body, awakening the body muscles, bone aligning back. Yeah, those are the things that we go for.
Now that you're saying bone aligning exercises and stretches and practices in yoga, it brings me back to, I had a chat with you on the side about an injury I got with my back, and you said yoga is very good. I know for a fact, I've been told, swimming, yoga, would help with someone that has post-injury like things. Would you encourage yoga as a practice?
I will, because
for injury, post-injury.
Because for the injuries,
recovery.
Recovery. For the injuries, I'm going to say one thing: yoga avoids injury.
Yeah,
that's the first thing it does. It will avoid these injuries. For the back, it enjoys your joints. If you are dancing, you have a sports you do, still you need yoga, because for people like who play soccer or what, stretching is the hardest thing for you to reach anything.
Yes.
And you don't stretch at all. they don't stretch at all.
And they need it.
You can find someone who's playing something but he has a back injury.
Yes.
But if you can do a slight, maybe a short class of yoga, my friend, and you heal your back, you heal your bones, you awaken your muscles, by the time you go back to your practice, this is something we're going to need. Please
emphasize on how good stretching is, really, the benefits of stretching, especially in our day-to-day life.
Stretching is like this. You can find someone who has a side bag, who has been carrying it for 3 years.
Yeah.
Trust me, you have a side body.
Yes, you kind of bent like that.
Yeah, but in yoga, we say what you do on the left, do it to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, yoga doesn't teach you to only do it on the mat.
Yeah.
It's practice. When you start practicing yoga, you have to do it on and off the mat. You will see the results when you're walking home.
This is fascinating. I'm going to get back to that. We have to break now. We're going to go for a break. But as soon as we come back, we're going to pick up from there because that's fascinating. I have a burning question about that. See, let us go for a break now. Then join us back and join Latif for the next session. This is Select Health, a place where I'm joined by a variety of guests and specialists as we discuss your mental, physical, and social health. Join me, Emanuela, here on STV.
A small girl child can be a daughter, a sister, a mother, or a wife. That means at the end of the day, every girl child matters a lot in the society. Here is the show that brings back hope, courage, determination to the girls out there. Like Joe Crow says, it rains harder on people who need the sun more. So to every girl that is going to be watching this show, say no to the rain and welcome the sun in your life.
The news has literally become suck-click for what happens in Gulu, Mbale, Kampala and elsewhere is the same. My job is to tell the story on what happened, where, who did it, how they did it, and probably why they did it. Join me every single weekday as I break down those big stories that make rounds of headlines only on Select News. With me, Simon Chris Makanga.
Welcome back from that break. Before we went for the break, we were talking about the practice of yoga. And Latif had mentioned the yoga mat. And I have been wanting to ask him since he joined us here today for this conversation. One of the things that fascinate me, so many things I've been saying, I'm fascinated by this, fascinated by that. But one of the things that fascinates me about yoga is the fact that all you need is a yoga mat.
Yeah.
And you will get a workout, a full body workout.
All you need is a yoga mat and maybe a meter, not so long. You need the smallest space.
Yeah.
So in a small room, still we can fit a lot of people. Where we need only the mat, it's because you can find people who are practicing yoga all the time lose clothes when they are practicing. You can start with t-shirts, but you find yourself, okay, it's not a good dressing here, but it's a practice of like letting go. Not so much is needed in a practice.
Yeah.
Yoga makes things simple. Not so much is needed to make you relax.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that this explains that you don't need a lot of things, because most times yoga is a short class which includes you to relax,
Yes.
to practice, like to run through, needs you to remember yours. In one class, it does all that all the time you do a class.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I know that yoga is an awakening practice as well.
Yeah.
It awakens the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also promotes coordination of your body.
Yeah.
Well, all this done effortlessly, because I think it's effortless. Yes, it may look complicated. Those poses look complicated, but it's effortless compared to someone that goes and does aerobics and jumps about and lifts weights and all that stuff.
Because you can find that if you have a back injury, of course your brain is injured.
Yeah.
If you have a wound, your head is like awakening this body, like it will awaken your mind.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. So if we still in yoga, we awaken the mind, so we awaken the body, but our bodies are too dying, and the brains can work.
Yeah.
So physically, the body needs to be active for the brain to be active. You can't be sleeping body with the brain active. It has to work. You can see someone people judge by how you look.
Yes.
That's how you're healthy. You can't lie people I'm fine when you're not fine. Your eyes will start telling them
there's a communication that we show that you're not fine. Someone
who's from practicing the way you see the power after maybe any other practice, even though it's not yoga.
Yes.
Someone is alive. It's just being alive for your own body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that yoga targets the brain first? Or as in, is it a brain activity more than anything, or?
Nah, yoga is everything.
It's everything.
Yoga
so it's not just the mind.
When you start practicing yoga, you will see that you need yoga more because it helps you in your
day to day. It's basically like a lifestyle.
Every day we sit in a car, we sit in offices, we sleep on beds with mattresses. All that has to hurt the back.
Yeah.
It has to hurt our bodies. Our
joints. You wake up when you sore one part.
You wake up, you feel like
your shoulders are stiff.
Every day. You cannot jump away from the chairs. You never jump away from the cars. You never leave your bed. So it means practice the yoga. Make it every day because you're hurting your body. It's everyday life.
Yes. It's part of life for your body to get something. And lately, let me talk about this shortly. Lately, what people need to know in this era of social media and phones and tablets and all that and games, video games, you find your wrists. There's this wrist pain. You're always, I don't know, it has a scientific name. I'm not going to attempt to even go there. But there's a wrist pain.
There's a thing about even the wrists.
And the thumbs and the neck here.
Sleeping on the side. When someone is...
Even here.
Yeah, you're always covered. But in yoga, helps you to stretch your neck.
So we really need that. I think people need to know the essential parts of yoga, because, posture. We were talking about posture.
The postures.
It rectifies posture.
Yeah.
Which is very essential because your body has to be aligned a certain way in order to function right. Because with the wrong posture, there's a wrong placement of organs even. People don't know this. If you're narrowing down certain parts of certain parts. So you have to be in the right posture in order to function normally.
Yeah.
I say this because I went through a whole process of healing. I did physiotherapy when I hurt my back in an accident. And I got knowledgeable about yoga and different practices that help with posture rectification. Yeah. So I know for a fact that if you need something to do with posture, like you mentioned, children used to hold backpacks on one side. It's comfortable for you to hold it on the right because you're right-handed.
Yeah.
But you tend to find that you're bent towards the side that you carry most, and not just even children, even handbags for women, even bras. People don't know this. There's a way the bra makes, if it's not right fitting, there's a way it makes you feel a certain way. So to rectify it, there's so many ways, and we've been advocating for fitness and working out, and yoga is one of the ones that are not strenuous, that anyone can adapt. Right in their sitting room, like you said, it just takes a yoga mat and some space.
A yoga class is something which one word, one pose.
Yes.
One word, one move.
Yes.
So it doesn't need you to know anything about yoga to practice yoga.
Yes.
It needs you to get one day and think of where you're going to practice yoga from. Because there are things we are doing, and that's what maybe our children will do. Like, we are hurting ourselves, that's it.
Yeah, and once the children also keep seeing something,
maybe
they adapt more. Yeah,
accidents are there, but there are things of like we have to
self-inflicted.
Yeah, we have to never give up on our backs. Now we have to start as early as you can. That's the only thing which is going to hurt you in
because
the future.
Later when you're older,
you're born
and you can't do it. Like, I keep referring to this proverb: when you want to change something, it's easier to change it when it's still young. Like when you're bending a stick, they say, there's a proverb in one of the mother tongues. When you're trying to bend a stick, when it's still wet, it's easily bendable.
Yeah.
But when it's hard and old, when you try to bend it, it breaks.
Because it's already too broken. Now, let's really push our body so that by the time you want to need a yoga practice, you can even teach it yourself.
Yes.
Let's get these yoga practices. Just go for yoga class because you will learn how to help your children. You will help your grandmothers. Yeah. Because if like you can align your own body by doing a practice of 5 minutes, then there's no reason for you to stop to align your body. It's aligning the body, awakening the body, keeping the body, and keep the brain active as you want it to be.
I like that. I also like the fact that with yoga and meditation, when you try to awaken your brain, as in, I don't know, it keeps you active in a certain way. Like you said, when you're done with it, there's an awakening you have. There's clarity there. You know how you get foggy in the mind? It comes with so many things. Memory loss. You know, you're stressed all the time, and another. There's so many disorders that follow. But there's one other thing that I find fascinating about yoga, and I wanted to ask you about it, is the breathing. I later learned breathing exercises that you probably start with when you're doing it. I later learned that most of us don't breathe right. And it's fascinating what breathing can do for you.
Unfortunately, me too, I just learned breathing after doing yoga. But I think I was teaching the wrong teaching. But in yoga, there's a simple explanation for things, direct explanation for things. Because you find someone breathing, you tell them to breathe in, especially for kids. He has to squeeze his nose. Breathe in.
And they have to hold the breath while holding
the nose. So just note why you have, because when it comes to the belly too, you tell someone breathe in, and someone is squeezing the body. Of course, this is a balloon. Breathe in, enlarge. It has
to enlarge.
Breathe out, go back in. So that's what yoga does, because for every pause, it goes with a breath. Now, that's also the thing. Apart from, you can hear things like losing pressure in yoga. You can hear things like losing stress in yoga, losing those kind of things, sugar levels in the body. It's because the way yoga is going to handle your body differently. This breathing exercise can stabilize your heart. I feel it. Because if you practice
breathing is amazing.
One hour throughout the class, heavily breathing. Of course, the muscles are all listening to you. The lungs are listening to you. The lungs are expanding normally for an hour. You can't do that normally.
Because I mentioned to you earlier a practice that I use in my life coaching classes as well, and sessions. And I told my dad this because, you know, he's a hypertensive, high blood pressure. And then ever since I got to learn about breathing and practicing it myself, I started with it as meditation, breathing. It's breathing exercises. They worked for me just like that. It was fascinating, how calming. And when I taught him how to do it, he keeps telling me, it's like a testimony. He tells me all the time he gets anxious or he feels like his blood pressure is rising. And he does the breathing exercises. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And how slow and all that. How calm, it's instant. That's the first thing. You see, it calms you down instantly. And then it works you instantly.
Yeah, me too. I've done it with my friend. Someone asked me, like, how can I do yoga? How can someone relax?
Yes.
What is meditation? You can't tell him. Okay, I told someone, you know what, because we came out from one person to many people.
Yeah.
And they were over asking me questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I told him we can do it. If he was here. We just went a back door, we pushed the door, I told him to sit down. He was also like looking at me, wondering what I'm going to do. He sat down, I sat down, told him close your eyes. Don't say anything else for like 5 minutes. I didn't do it with many people. I decided to do it with him alone. Because I wanted him, I feel like I wanted him to do it at least a practice, and he feels it well. He did, because that's what it does.
Yeah.
Most times people need someone to talk to.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, most times.
That's how most people heal, because it's, yeah.
So now a yoga teacher has done a training.
Yeah.
To wait for you to talk to him, even when you're silent,
to be a good listener.
Connection, to be a good listener, because he's giving you the words you want to listen to.
I like that whole connection thing that you say, where you say connection, and it's like you connect with someone without even saying much, and there's a connection.
Yeah, of course, because you also choose people you want.
Yeah.
It's connected.
Yeah.
Not all the students you're going to practice with are
I
going
think
to connect
that's where
with
the
them.
spiritual comes in also.
Maybe, but you can work with someone today and he never calls you again.
Yeah. Not everyone connects.
It's a normal thing. This one, you will practice with someone cannot take the practice, he can't take the style, he can't take the speed, he has had some other teacher teaching him something else.
Yeah.
So how you explain yourself to because you have to know what the person knows before you start a class.
And I think you have to find that connection with your yoga teacher in order to get it productive.
Yeah.
You had also mentioned food. I wanted you to expound more about food and yoga in connection to yoga.
Yeah. When it comes to food, a few of us can go to the market and buy food and ask, what is food going to help my body?
Yes.
How much hope is it going to give my body?
Yes.
So that's what we have to do so many times. Like, let's eat food which is helping the body. If you want food, because most times I'm not against anything meat, not against about meat. I don't care if you eat meat. But the other thing I'm going to say is that you have to really at least know what you're eating, how
what's
much.
going in.
Yeah, because you can't eat meat every day and you don't tell me you're not going to get sick.
Yeah.
7 days whenever you eat meat, 7 days, another 7 days. So how many 7 days are you going to count in?
Yeah.
And another thing about food, when it comes to yoga, I'm going to say one thing is that most times people come for a practice with a full stomach.
Yes.
And the person wants to lose weight.
Yes.
And then he's practicing and the food is the one, I think, practicing.
Yeah.
After the practicing, you feel hungry and you want to eat again.
Okay. Wow. I get it. So you have to come with an empty stomach.
Empty stomach is better because you're going to practice and let the body be flat and then eat.
Wow. That's if we could go about yoga the whole day with me. And but I'm so grateful that you've tackled most of the important points about it. Yeah. I'm so excited to have had you here with us.
I'm very humbled.
You're one of the only. I mean, there's so few yoga instructors in this country, and I'm glad that we have had you to have this talk with us. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, viewers, for joining us today on Select Health. I hope you've picked something. Stay healthy and stay fit.